using which we can expose private field values of a class to the outside environment. So listen, it's a member of the class using which we can expose private field values of a class to the outside environment. What exactly is the meaning of this? See, listen, I have a public class. The name of the class is Circle. Now, under this class, I have a private field. Okay. See, my class is public, but my field is private. Can I create the instance of this class anywhere I want? Yes or not? Yeah, once you declare the class as public and you don't define a constructor, the default constructor of a class is public. Already we learned about it. So you have a chance of creating the instance of the class wherever you want now. So now see, this is another class. Imagine there is another class now. Class test circle. In test circle, I'm writing my main method. And here I want to create the instance of the circle class. So listen, once I create the instance of the circle class, internally, the field radius will be initialized. Every member of the class will be initialized. Once you create the instance, every member will be initialized. So, will even though it is a private field, instance creation will initialize now. Okay, but it is not accessible now. It is not accessible from here. Did you understand what I said here? When I create the instance, the radius field is initialized, but not accessible. What do you mean by not accessible? Yes, if I want to access this radius from the test circle, I cannot access it. If you want to access the radius from the test circle, I cannot access it. This radius is not accessible to you from the test circle. From here, I wanted to access the radius. It's not possible. Are you getting my point? Why is it not possible? Private is not accessible out of the class. That's what I shown you 2 to 3 days back. All those things I shown you, everything scope now. So it is not accessible for you from here. So the radius is not accessible for you from here. But I want to access it. I want to access. If you want to access, one way you can provide the access it, declare it public. One way you want to access it is declare it as public. By declaring it as a public, we can provide the access. Did you understand me or not? By declaring it as a public, we can provide the access. Okay. So once it is declared public, it is accessible to you. Are you clearer or not? Once it is declared as public, it is accessible to you. It is automatically accessible to you. So I will make it as public. Once I make it public now, can I access it from here? Means, yes, it is possible to access. Are you getting me? Okay. Once I declared public, it is automatically going to be accessible to here. See, I want to capture the value. See, double radius is equals to C dot radius. What are you doing? Getting. We are getting the value of radius. We're getting the value of radius. Now I'm saying C dot radius is equals to, I'm just telling something like this. What am I doing? I'm setting a new value. Here, I'm getting the old value, and here I'm setting the new value. Okay, the point to understand here is, once you declare a field as public, anyone can get and anyone can set the value. Did you understand me or not? What is that? Anyone can get and anyone can set the value. Anyone can get the value, anyone can set the value. Both are possible. Getting is also possible. Setting is also possible. Did you understand or not? What? Getting is also possible. Setting is also possible. Anyone can get as well as anyone can set the value. Okay, get, set, both are possible. But the question you have here is, see, anyone can get, anyone can set the value means, you understand, we don't have any control on the value now. Array, we don't have any control on the value now. Anyone can freely get the value, anyone can freely set the value. Where is the control now? It's like, how do you treat public property in our country? Array, in our country, we treat public property like a private property now. Yes or not? Okay, so if you start doing any agitation on the state government now, the first thing is the people show their anger on the RTC bus. You will break the glasses. You will fire the bus. But whose property here? It's your property only. It's not government. It is built on your money. You're forgetting that point. Okay, public property. Public property, how do we treat in our country? It is a lot of difference. How do we treat public property in our country and other countries? In other countries here, public property cannot be damaged. Public property cannot be damaged. If you do any damage to public property, they'll throw you in jail. They'll throw you in jail. Okay, so in our country, how do we treat public property? Is also same problem. Once declared field as public, no control of the value now. Anyone can get the value, anyone can set the value. But I want to give only read-only access. I want to give read-only access, or I want to give only write-only access. I want to give a permission only for getting the value. I want to give a permission only for setting the value. You cannot achieve anything once it is public. Did you catch my point or not? You cannot achieve anything once it is public. So what to do now? What should I do now? To resolve this problem, we adopt a rule in the industry. We adopt a rule in the industry. What is the rule, you know? Every member of a class should be by default, every field of a class should always be private. Every field of a class should always be private. We never define public fields at all. You got my point? We never define public fields at all. What we do? We define every time field private only. And once it is private, no one can access the value. Correct? Once it is private, no one can access the value. Anyone cannot get the value, anyone cannot set the value. And once it is public, anyone can get the value, anyone can set the value. But once declared private, no one can get the value, no one can set the value. But that is also problem, this is also problem. First case, what is the problem? Anyone can get, anyone can set. Second one, no one can get. It's only extremes. Either all can access or no one can access. It's completely extremes only. Are you getting me? So to resolve this particular problem, what we need to do is define your field as private. Listen, define your field as private, and then you are required to define a property on that field to expose the value. Now coming back, read this definition, what I said you first. Just a minute. Now what is the rule first? Never declare fields as public. Make sure they are always private. Make sure they are always private. Look at this now. Did you understand? Private fields are not accessible outside now. So I want to expose them. How to expose? With the help of a property, we expose. With the help of a property, we can expose. Okay. The advantage with this is, we can provide 3 different types of access. Like, first option, only get access, and that is called as read-only property. Second option, only set access. Third one, both get and set access. That is the advantage. But public field will give you one type of access only. What is that? Read write. Public field will give only one type of access. What that? Read write. But property will give you three types of access. Only get access, only set access, both get and set access also. But private field, no access. Public field, complete access. Private field, no access here. Public field, complete access. But property, read only access, write only access, read write access. Are you clear? So now the question will be, sir, how to define this property? How to define a property? Okay. So what is that? How to define a property? Syntax to define a property. Modifiers, type, name, get a set of statements, set a set of statements. Are you clearer or not? Okay, what is that? Modifiers, type, name, get a set of statements and set a set of statements. So basically this get, it's optional guys. We call this as get access. We call this as set access. So we have two different options here, get accessor, set accessor. So the first one is called as a get accessor and the second one is called as a set accessor. Are you clear? Okay, well, now, listen, if the property is defined only with a get accessor, if the property is defined only with a get accessor, it's a read-only property. If the property is defined only with a set accessor, it is a write-only property. If the property is defined with both get and set accessors, it is a read-write property. See, if the property is defined only with get accessor, it is a read-only property. And if the property is defined only with set accessor, it is a write-only property. Only with set accessor, it is a write-only property. And if it is defined with both get and set, then it is a read-write property. Did you understand me? I'm writing only get, it is read only. I'm writing only set, it is write only. If I write both, read write. Okay, how do you write the code? How do you write the code? Okay, just watch. The same class will redefine again. Public class circle. Public class circle. Now in this class, I want to declare a private field radius. Private double radius with some value. Now, is it accessible out of the class? No, it's not accessible, but I want to expose it. I want to expose it. What type of access you want to give? Read-only access. Are you getting me? What type of access? Read-only access. So, public. Which type of value? Double type. Name. Radius. What is the name? But both of them cannot have the same name now. This is a field and this is a property. Both are having the same name now. Are you clear? But if they give different names, again, remembering both the names also will be confusing only. Tomorrow, I have, listen to question carefully. I have 100 fields in the class. How many? But in these 100, I want to expose only 10 out of the class. I want to expose only 10 out of the class. How many properties should I define? 100 or 10? 10 only. No need to define 100 properties now. How many want to expose? That many number of properties only should be defined now. Okay, now I want to expose 10. So number of properties should be 10. Okay, now listen. 100 fields are there, but you want to expose only 10 outside. You want to expose only 10 outside. So the number of fields you need to define is only 10. You are not going to define 100 properties. But see, all 100 fields are defined on the top of the class here. All 100 fields are defined on the top of the class. Afterwards, you're writing the properties now. After a month, I'll ask you a question. What question? We have 100 fields here now. On what fields did you define the properties? What is the face here? Tell some answer. There are 100 fields here. You define 10 properties on the 10 fields. What of the 10 fields you define the properties? You need to scan the whole class now. Yes or not? You need to scan the whole class now. On what fields properties are defined? See, basically, I tell something yesterday, you'll forget. And after 1 month, if I ask you a question, what fields you define the properties means, you don't have an answer at all. Yes or not? Okay. No, and after 1 year, no, you can't answer this because who remembers? After 1 month and 1 year, we don't remember this. So let's say in the industry, we follow a convention. What is the convention, you know? On what fields you want to define the properties? On what fields you want to define the properties? We declare those fields by prefixing with underscore. We declare those fields by prefixing with underscore. The underscore is an indication. What indication? On this field, we are defining a property. If you follow the convention, what I said you, not after 1 month here, after 1 year also you can answer now. And when you open the code, wherever underscore is there, their properties are there now. Understood? So here write underscore. But see now, both of them looks with the same name only. Radius only. But just the differentiation, underscore radius. But that is also radius only, this is also radius only. I'm not giving two names now. Same name. But just to differentiate what I used, underscore there. Okay. See, that's what I'm telling you. The naming conventions, all these things, if you follow correctly, the code becomes descriptive. If you don't follow these naming conventions properly, your code will become a nightmare to you only. Understood me or not? Okay, so be careful with all the coding standards, what I was telling you every day. These are all industry standards. How would you work in the real time? Okay, now? So what type of access you want to give now? Read-only access. So what should I write? Only get accessor. Only the get accessor. So watch guys, how to write the code. You know, get simple man return underscore radius. That's all. So whenever you call this property, what will happen? The get accessor will execute. What is the logic inside of it? Return. So it returns the value now. Are you getting me? Now see, from somewhere, I'm creating the instance of the circle. Circle C is equals to new circle. Out of the class, guys, not within the class. I'm writing this code out of the class. Okay, from here I want to get the value. Yes, double radius is equals to C dot radius. Okay, get from the old value. Valid. Now in the next line, you're writing C dot radius is equals to, and I'm trying to set with a new value now. What you're doing? Setting a new value. And this is invalid. Why is that invalid? Because the property is read only. The property is read only. Did you understand me or not? So what type of access am I giving to the value? Read-only access. So by using this, people can only get the value, but they cannot set the value. Setting the value is not possible. What is possible? Only getting is possible. And tomorrow you want to write a setter, not a getter. I want to give a permission only for setting, not for getting. Reverse. How do you do? Say, return radius means it is going to return the value of this radius now. Yes or not? Okay. Observe, guys. Now I need to write set, not get. I need to write set. Okay. You want to return the value or you want to take the value? Is equals to 1. Okay. Now see, this is invalid and this is valid. This is valid. And you'll have a doubt here. So what is this value? You did not declare it anywhere? No need to declare it here. That is an implicit parameter. That is an implicit parameter that provides access to the value assigned by the user. Means the value refers to 12.34. The value refers to 12.34. Where it is assigned, sir? Nowhere it requires to be assigned. That automatically captures the value. You are assigning a value here now. This value is captured in the parameter value and that is assigned to the radius. So what you can do? You can only assign a value. In the first one, you can only access the value. In the second one, you can only now write both get and set. Both will work now. Are you clearer or not? Write both get and set. Both will work now. Understood or not? Both are going to work in this particular. Get also will work. Set also will work. Okay. So here, let me add get return underscore radius. So this is also valid. This is also valid. Are you people clear or not? Understood all of you? This is how you are going to write the code. Understood me or not? Okay. So this is how you are just going to write the appropriate code. So we have written the code and we are just been implementing this now. So this is a read write property. This is a write only property. This is a. So did you understand what is a property, all of you? Read it one more time. We can expose what? Private field values of a class to the outside environment. The advantage with this is we can provide 3 different types of access now. Like what? Read only, write only, read, write. Choice is yours. What type of access are you planning to give? I want to give a read only access, sir. I want to give a write only access, sir. I want to give a read write access, sir. It's your choice, completely under your control. Okay. Well, I'll tell you one thing. One day, we learned about entities, remember? Read this fourth step. Are you clearer or not? Now, first point. Second point, stop it here. You need to define properties. On that day, you don't know what is a property. So what I said you are a property is nothing but fields, I said you. But property is not a field. Property is associated with the field, exposing the field value. Understood or not? So attributes of an entity are properties. Attributes of an entity are properties. We call them as columns in a table, and we call them as properties in our application. Is it clear? Understood, all of you? Okay, let me show you. I'll go back to my OOPS project here. We'll go back to our OOPS project, what we earlier developed. This one? Yes. Here, I want to write a new class. Naming it as customer. Listen, I'm making this class as public. So once I make it public, this class is accessible from anywhere now. Okay. Now, I want to declare some attributes of a customer. Attributes of a customer, like int. Customer ID. Bool. Status. String. Name. Double balance. Okay. So I'm just declaring the attributes for a particular customer now. Well, I want to make all this as nullable. So if I don't want the nullable, default will come as, for a Boolean, default will come as a false value. That's it. If it is null means no value will be there. So I made all of them as nullable. Now my next thing I want to do is, I want to define a constructor. Pass customer ID as a parameter. What do you write? Is dot customer ID is equals to customer ID. Initializing this now. I explained you this, remember, actually you pass the customer ID. Now it will go to the database and load the rest of the values from database. Or in the ATM class, I explained you. What will happen? It will go to database and loads the rest of the values from the database. Okay. Well, so till we did not talk about any database programming, that's why for the time being, I'm entering some static values like this now. I'm entering some static values like this. Are you clear? But actually, once we go to perfect development, all these values will come from the database. Now see, is your class public or not? Is your constructor public or not? So can I create the instance of this class anywhere I want or not? Yeah. To test this, let us add another class in the project. We'll name the new class as test customer. Test customer. Are you clear? So what is the class name? Test customer. And now here, I'm writing a main method, creating the instance of the customer class, passing the customer ID. Is that clear? So we are creating the customer class instance, passing the customer ID. Customer obj is equals to new customer. Okay. Well, now after creating the instance of this particular customer, all the 4 fields in the class will be initialized. But none of the field is accessible to you from here. All are initialized here, but none is accessible. See, obj dot, not showing you, see. What is it showing you? Only the 4 methods what we learned. Equals get hash code, get type into string. These 4 methods we know. Okay, only those are coming in the list, but not showing you the fields. Why, sir? Because they are private and not accessible. But I want to access them, I want to access. If you want to access, one way you can do the access is go back and write public. Once you make it public, is it accessible? Remember here, when you see the list in the IntelliSense, already I explained how this IntelliSense works in the last class for you because of the metadata. When you see the list in the IntelliSense, the purple color icon represents methods. A blue color box icon represents fields. Field. So this is a field. These are all methods. Understood or not? What is this? It's a field. Okay, now? This is a field. Now customer ID is accessible because we declared it as public, but remaining 3 are not accessible because we did not declare them as public. Okay, fine. So I can get the value now. See, I can now say console dot write line customer ID obj dot customer. So now I'm able to get the value now. I'm able to get the value. Can I set a new value? Yes. Obj dot customer ID is equals to 1010. But imagine, how can you change the customer ID? Array, how can you change the customer ID of one customer with the other? It's wrong, na? So customer ID should be editable or non-editable? Not editable, but editable now. We're able to modify the customer ID. Understood the problem? This only said you once declared public. Anyone can get the value. Anyone can set the value. Anyone can get, anyone can set. Are you getting me or not? Okay, so this is the drawback. So this is not the right way to perform this. This is not the right way to perform this one. So what to do? To resolve this particular problem here, the first important thing is never declare it as public. Are you clear or not? What is that? Never declare it as public. Don't declare this as public at any point of time. Okay. So now it is public or private? Private. Is it accessible out of the class? No. But I want to access. Now define property. Define. If you want to do that, the first point underscore. You're required to make it as underscore. See, all of you, one thing remember, once you made it private, immediately all these 3 are showing error. Okay, now? Well, now I made it as private. Now I'm defining a property. Public, what type of value? Integer. Property name, cust ID, get, return, underscore customer ID. Once you define this one, okay, once you guys define this one, immediately you can access this value out of the class. Come on, see the test customer. Get is not giving error, set is giving error now. Earlier we saw error in all the 3. But now get is not giving error. Who's giving the error? Set is giving the error. And you can watch it. You put your mouse here and see. Sir, what is R indexer? Indexer is going to be our next member here. We'll learn in the next member, that is the indexer. It is read only. It cannot be assigned with a new value, guys. It is a read only. Cannot assign with a new value. Are you guys clear or not? Understood me? So new values cannot be assigned over here. It's a read only one. Hope you are clear. Tell me. Okay. So that's what. Sir, if this has to work, what to do? You're required to write a set access or no? How to write? Value. Value did not declare anywhere. Value is like a parameter. It's a parameter. See? Which type? Why integer type? Because the property is integer type na. So this is also integer type. If the property is a string type, this is also string. Understood or not? If the property is an integer type, this is an integer. If the property is a string type, it's a string. If the property is a boolean, it's a boolean. I hope you guys are clearer. Yes or not? Okay. So this is how you define a property. This is how you define a property in your class now. So this is property now. What do you define? Okay. So now you get the both get and set access now. You get both get and set access. Anyone can get the value, anyone can set the value. See, both are working. Understood me or not? Both are working. See, get is also working. Set is also working. So here we are able to get the value and here we are able to set the value. To get the value, what should I write? Get accessor. To set the value, what should I write? Set accessor. In get, what do you write? Return. See, in set, field is equals to value. And what I said here, value is a parameter. It is implicitly declared. You don't require to declare it anywhere. And this will get the value assigned by the user. User assigns some value now. It refers to that value automatically. It refers to that value automatically. Okay. And what is the property type? So this is also integer. The property type is string now. Is also string. If the property type is a boolean, this is also boolean. Are you clear, all of you? This is how you define properties. This is how you define the properties, man. Okay. This is all about the property, how you define. But yeah, I don't want a read-write property, guys. For this scenario, read only correctly suits for my customer ID. What suits? So let me remove it. And this is a read-only property. Okay, come here. And now this is an error. So because there's an error, I am commenting this and I'm writing what? Cannot be assigned. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Not accessed. I'm sorry. Because the property is read on. You can only access, but you cannot assign. Okay. Cannot be assigned because the property is read only. I put the code in the comment. Okay, now next. Status. What is the status? Have you anytime noticed it? You have an account in a bank and you have some money deposited in this. From last 1 year, you're not using the account. From last 1 year, you're not using the account. If you are not using an account for last 1 year, understand here, after some time, your account gets blocked. Your account gets blocked and is all done for security reasons. It is all done for security reasons. For security reasons, they'll block you the account. What security reason? See, the biggest question mark in the mind of the bank is the person is not using the account for a long time. So what the question arises, is the person alive or not? There's a fact. Is the person alive or not? Okay. So if the person is not alive, this cannot be misused by someone now. So they'll block the account. So if the person is alive, should come to bank, come to bank, complete the KYC. And once he complete the KYC, automatically your account is activated back again now. No, unfortunately, the person is not alive. Now, who has to come now? The nominee has to come. The nominees has to come now and provide the death certificate and transfer the money into their accounts. That is the process. For that reason, they'll block the account. Okay. So basically, to maintain the status of this account now, activa, inactiva, we have a status column in the database table now. We'll have a status column in the database table and is a boolean with a default value as true. It's a boolean with a default value as true. Are you getting me or not? We can set it as false. We can set it as false. How, sir? Array, we can set it as false or true, whatever it is, but the default with the default value will be true. Okay, true indicates what? Active. If the account is not being used now, they'll make that status as inactive, false. If it is false means inactive account. Okay now. Well, now I want to expose this status outside now. I just now expose the customer ID, same way I want to expose the status. What type of access you want to give? I want to give a read-write access now. I want to give a read-write access. Means you're required to both get and set now. Come on, help me, guys. Underscore first. Public full status. Get return underscore status. Set underscore status is equals to value. And see, guys, value is a boolean now. Earlier it is integer now it is boolean. Okay, now come here and I want to use it. What I want to print is not true or false, man. If it is true, I want to print active. It's false, I want to print inactive. So I'm writing the code like if obj.status is equals to true, customer status active, else inactive. Currently, the status is inactive. Clear? The current status is inactive. It's an inactive status now. Okay. Well, and to check this, what did I write here? When will this execute? When the status is, I'm sorry, when the condition is true. When will this execute? When will the condition be true? When the status is true. Array, when the status is true, condition is true. When the condition is true, this block will execute. Am I correct now? What did you write here? If obj.status is equals to true, it's a boolean operator which returns to true or false. Correct or not? If you write like this also, this code will execute. Did you understand me? That also will execute the code. Why? How this code is going to execute here means maybe it's a null value check now. Okay, let us remove the. Anyhow, we want false only now. You can write this if condition like this now. Why? Array, what will status return? True or false? When will if condition execute? When it is true. Array, obj.status is equals to true is nothing but true only na. When I say obj.status means if true, execute this, otherwise goes to else part. Now what is the current status value? False, so goes to else part. It goes to else part now. Okay, why question mark did not work? If question mark is there is a chance to get null also there. If null won't execute the code. Are you getting me or not? That is why it is not accepting nullable type there. It is not accepting nullable. If nullable, you require to write explicitly what if obj.status is equals to. Understood me or not? I am telling a simple shortcut of writing the logic, that's all. A simple shortcut of writing the logic. Okay. Well, so what is the current status? True or false? The current status is false. So printing you inactive. Okay. Next. I wanted to do one thing. What is it? I want to expose the name outside. I want to expose the name outside. Read write access. Read write again underscore. Help me first. Public string name. Get return underscore name. Next, set name is equals to val. Name is equals to val. Now come here. Console dot write line customer name. Obj dot name. Obj dot name. Yeah, I forgot to show you guys. Property icon will be like this. Spanner icon. Are you clear? Spanner icon is a property. Box is a field. No field, see? No fields. What do we have? Properties. Now we have properties. And one more thing here. When you put your mouse on that, it will tell you whether read only or read write. When you put your mouse on that, it is going to tell you it is read only or a read write. How, sir? See? Array, read write. Read only. If it was set, write on. If it shows set, it is a write only. If it was get, read only. If it was get and set, it's a read write. It is a read write. Are you clear? Okay, like this, it is just going to show you the appropriate value. So what is the name now? John. I want to modify, guys. I want to modify. Okay, it's a read right now. I can modify. What is your name? S equals to, I'm writing Smith. John Smith. Modified. Read right. Okay, now. Well, just a minute. I want to expose the balance also, guys. I want to expose the balance also. Public double balance. Okay. And you see value string here. Value is double here. Value string here, guys. And value is double here. Hope you are clear, all of you. Console dot write line customer balance. Obj dot balance. What happened? Huh? Exception. File not found. Virus. Shut. What is blocking? New version. Concatenations are not working sometimes. Don't know why. Interpolation is working. Concatenation is not working. There is no proper documentation available anywhere. No error. But what happened when I concatenate? I'm getting an error. But here we don't have an error. Let's remove nullable. Maybe it's an issue with the nullable types, sir. Null concatenations are not working. Value type concatenation with string is not working. Value type concatenation with string is not working. Okay, maybe don't know. There's no documentation. Maybe it's a bug. In the next edition, they'll fix it. Okay, leave it. It's not a big deal. But again, it's working here. Working with integer or not working with double. That's internal issue. We can't do anything. So if you see this, yeah, you can just observe this one. Okay, you can just observe. We are just getting the appropriate output. Okay, well, now if you see this, I'm able to get the value now. What is the value? 5,000. 5,000 is the value what we are just getting it. So listen, actually, one is the read-only property. Remaining three are read-write properties. One is a read-only property. Remaining three are read-write properties. When I'm writing these read-write properties, don't you have a doubt? What doubt? Exactly. If you declare the public automatically read-write now, why are you writing a read-write property again? This question is what I expected from you without asking only. When I'm writing off, you should ask this question. Sir, why are you writing a read-write property again? If you make the field public, it's read-write only. You write read only, good. You write write only, good. But what is the need of writing? Read write. What is the need of write on? Read write. Once you make it public, anyone can get the value, anyone can set the value. When anyone can get and anyone can set the value, what is the need of? What is the need of? Read-write property. What is the need of a read-write property? Okay, listen. What is the need of a read-write property is, what is the current status of the customer? Active or inactive? When the status is inactive, how can the customer change the name? What inactive indicates? The customer's KYC has to be done now. Without the KYC, you cannot do any changes on the data. Even when you try to check the balance, also balance will be showing zero. Are balance also it should not show now. Why? I want the customer to visit the bank. I want the customer to visit the bank. Say, your status is inactive here. You are able to withdraw money. You are able to do a free transaction without any problem. Why will you come to bank? Simple logic, see. Your status is inactive, but you are able to do all the activities as well. Then why will you come to the bank? You say, I'm busy. When will you come to bank? Come on, tell me, when will you come to bank? Status is inactive and you are not able to do any transaction and the balance is showing zero. You have 10 lakhs in your account and right now when you put your trying to check it out, showing zero. Will you go to the bank now? Yes or not? No appointments now. So no busy now. We'll cancel all the appointments now and first we'll go to the bank and ask what happened. Understood or not? Okay, so that's what. So fear factor is important. So now when the customer was able to do all the activities as usual, then what is the point of putting the status as inactive? Does it make sense at all first? No, usually you make status inactive, all actions I can do now. Wrong or not? Okay, listen. If the status is inactive, I don't want to permit you to do any operations. If the status is inactive, I don't want you to do permit to do any operations. Means the set should not work now. What should not work? Set should not work. So to achieve it, come here. If underscore status, then only underscore name is equals to value. Means what is the meaning? If the status is true only, permit the assignment. What is that? If the status is true only, permit the assignment. If the status is false, don't permit the assignment now. Point clear or not? Run. Name modification did not work. Name modification did not work. Same way, when the status is true only, I want to disclose the balance. Otherwise, I want to show the balance as zero. I want to show the balance as zero. Return zero. You're writing some conditions now. You're able to write a condition because it is a property or it is a public field. Where will you write the condition now? Tell me. It is a public field. You cannot write any condition now. That is why property. Now you got your answer. That's it. Why did you write property, sir? I went for property because there is a chance of writing a condition there. If it is not a property, if it is not a property, conditions cannot be implemented. Yes or not? But with a property, see, if it is a field, someone trying to assign value to the field, there is no block of code which runs in the middle now. But now there is a property between the value and the field now. You are trying to assign a value to the field now. You cannot assign directly. You assign property. Property is in the middle. Property will do all the condition checks now. If it is valid, it will allow you to the field. Otherwise, it won't allow you to the field now. Are you clear? So this property is an extra layer in the middle now, without giving the direct access to field. Understood my point or not? Property is a extra layer now, without giving a direct access to the field. It doesn't give direct access to the field. It's the extra production layer what you just have. Are you clear or not? Understood my point? So that's what exactly the advantage with the property for writing all the additional conditions. Understood? Okay. Now I'll show you a small thing. Watch. So now, what is the current status? Inactive. And here, you're just getting all these particular things. Now see what I'll do. Obj.status is equals to true. What am I doing? activating the status. Now I'll copy the same things as it is and paste it back here. All outputs are combined up. They're just a bit confusing. That's why I separated. Watch. What's the reference? First, inactive. Name modification did not work. Balance is showing 0. Second, active. Name modification worked. And you're able to see the actual balance. Everything was as expected now. Is it clear? Okay. So like this, we can write conditions in the code. That is why we go with properties. Okay, because it is a block of code. Even read write also, you should not go for public fields. You're required to write go for properties only. See, you may have a doubt here. Sir, I don't have any conditions. I don't have any condition. But there is a chance of having conditions in the future. Today you don't have a condition, but tomorrow you can have a condition now. So that is why always they say you go for property only, never go for public field. No, never go for public field. Okay. Well, now, remember, now onwards, in every setter, in every property setter, don't forget to check a condition now. Did you catch my point or not? What condition? If status true only, assignment has to work, because not only this, we are going to have more properties also. Are you clear? So in every property setter, what should I do? Status condition should be done. If underscore status, then only set has to work. Then only set has to work. Okay, now? Well, now the status is true. So can I perform a set operation on this 5000 now? Yes, you can. Come on. obj.balance minus equals to 3000. Trying to withdraw some money. What was the modifier balance? 2000. Modification working now. If at all I say minus equals to 1000, 4000, minus equals to 4000, 1000, minus equals to 6000. Come on, answer. Add minus 1000. First you said something, why are you changing your answer again? Invalid. What your answer should be? Sir, invalid no, but it's working. Wrong. The bank will give a permission to withdraw more than your amount. No, the wrong. Such be invalid. But we don't have any control now. Array, we can do all the controlling because it is property. We say we can't control, but now I can. Now, see, I'm adding another condition. The bank has a rule. What is the rule? Minimum 500 rupees should be left as a balance. So how much you can withdraw? Maximum 5 now. Okay. Now tell me the assigned value. The means the value what you are assigning. The value what you are assigning newly should be greater than or equal to 500. Should be greater than or equal to 500. What is that? See, one more condition. If value greater than or equal to 500, then only the assignment has to work. If it is not greater than or equal to 500, the assignment should not work. So what I'm trying is, same. Elaborate this code, guys. What do you write actually? What is the statement? OBJ balance is equals to means how much are you assigning to this? How much are you assigning? Minus 1000. That is only value. Na? Now minus 1000. Is it greater than or equal to 5500? Condition false now. Are you clear? I'm giving 4600. False. 4500. Okay, see 4600. 5,000 only. 5,000 only. Why? Transaction failed, man. Balance when transaction failed. Are you clear? Obj.balance is equals to obj.balance minus transaction success or failure. It succeeds now. When transaction succeeded. But understood? This is the need of properties here. Why do we write properties? Means chance of writing conditions. There is a chance of writing the conditions. We can write some serious conditions in the code. That is the need of a property. That is the need of the property. A chance of writing some serious conditions in the code, and that is the actual need of your property. Properties are defined for that particular reason. Write the conditions. Hope you are clear. Understood or not? So this is the advantage with a property. This is the advantage with a property. This is why we go for using properties in your applications. Hope you guys are clear. All clear? Okay, well, so even though it is read write also, we never go for public field. Now see, 4 properties are defined. First one, read only property. Second one, no, read write property. Third one, read write property with condition in set accessor. With condition in set accessor. Next one, read write property with condition in get and set accessor. Are you clear? All the 3 are read write only. But this one, no conditions. Condition in set accessor, condition in get and set accessor. Okay now? Well, listen to this. Actually, a property basically means the get accessor of a property, resembles a value returning method without a parameter. Methods are 4 types now. Value returning, non-value returning, with parameter, without parameter. 4 combinations we discussed. So a read-only property resembles a value returning method without any parameters. Resembles a value returning method without any parameters. What is it? Look, man. This is the read-only property now. You can write this like this also. Public double get radius get radius return underscore radius. Did you understand me? Are you clear or not? Okay, now the get accessor resembles what? Or a read-only property resembles what? A method that returns a value without any parameters now. A value return method without a parameter. Now can you guess about a setter? Non-valued parameter. Non-valued parameter. What do you mean? See, can I write this code like this? A method public void set radius radius is equals to value. So what is value parameter? There also value is parameter only, but that is implicitly declared and this is explicitly declared. So don't forget this point. What is it? A read-only property resembles a value returning method without any parameter, and a write-only property resembles a non-value returning method with a parameter. What is the parameter? Value is the parameter. Is my point clear, all of you? Yes or not? So then we can write methods only while you are writing a property. You can achieve the same with a method now. Why properties again? Why do we go with properties again? I'll tell you. See, maybe all of you might be studying some graduation or engineering, okay, degree or engineering something. All of you are graduates. So you are striving now to become a software engineer, right? Yes or not? You are striving here to become a software engineer. I will offer you a job of a data entry operator. Will you do that? Answer here. I'll offer you a job of a data entry operator. Will you do that? Well, that is also on computer only, na? Why? Tell me why. No, sir, you tell me. Why you want to? I'm not going to degrade myself now. I studied some engineering or something, and you want to offer me I want to become a software engineer and build some applications. So just asking me to enter a data entry operations now. I'm not ready to do that. Yes or not? Your skill set and the job offered are not matching. Correct? Exactly the same point you remember. Method. The job of a method is to execute complex logics. Don't degrade it for exposing values. Did you get my point or not? What is a method? Methods are actions. They are designed for performing complex logics now, executing complex logic and giving the results. Don't degrade the methods. Don't degrade the methods by forgetting and setting. Understood or not? Every person in the organization is designated to do some work. The clerk job is in the office. Yes or not? A manager's job is maintain the office now. Administer the office. The whole control on this. You cannot ask the manager to clean the office now. Yes or not? See, that's what. Every member has a particular work to do. Don't degrade them. Methods for executing complex logic. Properties for exposing the appropriate values. Fields for storing the values. Constructors for initializing. Understood me? Okay, so that's the purpose. So that is why you should not use. Another problem, if you write a property, we write both these two under one single block and we call it one name. If you write a method, you require two separate methods. One is a get method, one is a set method, and two separate names again now. For getting, you need to call one method. For setting, you need to call another method. But there, for getting also, the name is radius only. For setting also, the name is radius. But here, for getting, we call get radius. For setting, we call set radius. Because I can't write two methods with the same name now. Understood? You need to use it exactly, but replicates like that. What is it? Read-only properties will look like value returning methods. Write-only properties look like non-value returning methods. That's how they look like. But exactly the main intention, the main purpose is different. Are you clear, all of you? Read this. Read, write, or compute. Means do some calculations on it. Just a conditioning now. On a private sale. Uh, you can use like a field man when you're calling a property or using braces. No, means it works like a field now. It works like a field, but there are special methods called as accessors. Next, you can give access in four ways, man. What are the four ways here? First one, public fields. What is the first one? Second one, properties. Third one, indexer. Fourth one, deconstructor. So the next numbers are these only. Properties, indexes, deconstructors. Access can be provided in four varieties. First option, public fields, but that is completely ruled out, should not use. Second option, properties, what we are learning. Third option, indexes, we'll see in the next session. Fourth option, deconstructors, we'll check it out in the next topic. Are you clear? Okay, first option, louder. Understood? You can store in a public field and expose it now. Now we can access, we can create the instance of the class and we can get or set the values now. Next. What I was telling you, we don't have control on that. Anyone can get, anyone can set. We don't have any control. Next. It can give you an access in three different ways now. What is it? Only get access. Only set access. Both get and set access. Read only, write only, read write. Okay. How to define a property? It's a one or two code blocks representing a get and set or set. Both can be there, either or can be there. Next. Just now I said it's a value returning method without any parameters. So second one, for third point. It's a non-value returning method with parameter. What is parameter? Value is a parameter. Third, fourth point. I already said you, if you only get accessor, read only. If you only set accessor, write only. If you have both get and set accessor, it's a read write. Read this. Did you understand that? Properties can be public, properties can be protected, private, anything. And this is also possible. What do you know? We have two blocks now. One can be public, one can be protected. Right now, both are public or both are protected, but we can define one as public and one as protected. I'll show that. Okay, next point. We can declare properties as static also. We can declare properties as static also. If it is static, you know how to call a static member. Fix the class name and call it. Next. Everything like a method and method declared virtual can be overridden. Property declared virtual can be overridden by shell class. Same way, it can also be extract. Last pointer. Treat it like a method only. Whatever you can do on a method can be done on a property. But methods are for executing some complex objects and properties are for exposing the values. Is that clear? We'll define few more properties in the next class. Again, an idea basically, but we'll try writing some few more properties also in next session. Okay, let's stop here. We'll meet on Monday.